Al is our leader. He's the founder, he's our guidepost, he's our ground wire. And the unique thing about Al that I've noticed is he has an uncanny, instinctual judgment that is rarely wrong. And it is a terrific skill set in business, and I think also in a lot of the activities that Al does.
Al Hubbard arrived in Indianapolis in 1976 with 2 degrees, a pre-med degree from Vanderbilt University and an MBA JD degree from Harvard. He and a classmate began E&A Companies, which bought and sold a variety of other companies.
You know, here's the thing about Al that very few people know. He is such a leader in Indiana and Indianapolis. There hasn't been an issue or a challenge or a problem in the last 20 years that the state or the city has dealt with that Al hasn't actually had a voice or a seat at the table.
He's really involved in policy, both at the city and state level, and if you see any of the significant education reforms that have happened in Indiana over the last several decades really, Al has had his fingerprints significantly on those.
He is the personification of the free enterprise system. He has had enormous success in business, created more and more jobs, personally been very successful, and then plowed that success in a very generous way back into the community.
That drive to make things better, not only for his local community, but his nation, led Al down another path.
He was the director of the White House National Economic Council. He was President Bush's top economic advisor in the White House.
From 2005 to 2007, Al served as assistant to the president for economic policy and director of the National Economic Council. Prior to that, he helped organize policy operation for George W. Bush.
You could tell that he had his own business because he really ran our policy shop like a small business. He really drove policies forward. He was absolutely critical to a ton of the work that the president did in 2005 to 2007. He was a driving force. Under him, the economic policy part of President Bush's operation was sort of just a major player in terms of having an impact on what the president did, what he proposed, and then getting those ideas out.
Al's other political accomplishments include executive director for George H.W. Bush's Competitiveness Council, deputy chief of staff to Vice President Dan Quayle, and chairman of the Indiana Republican Party. But despite all that, Al remains humble.
Al is a brilliant guy, and he tries to have that southern accent hide it, but there's no denying it.
I think his sort of aw-shucks demeanor fools a lot of people. He's incredibly intelligent, very quick.
He is in a class by himself in terms of his commitment to civic life, to making his city and state and country better. And people will never know how generous he is in that regard, with his treasury, as they say, but also with his time and his quiet influence.
He and Kathy both are people who put their money where their mouth is, and particularly with education reform, which is a deep passion for both Al and Kathy. The Hubbard Life-Changing Award, which is a $25,000 grant to deserving IPS teachers. It's really an emotional experience because you can see the appreciation that these teachers, what this award means to them.
Al has an enormous love and commitment to his family. He and Kathy are absolutely a team. They've grown together. They're passionate about their kids, who are now young adults. To watch how the Hubbard family has come together and grown over the years has been a real treat as well.
I'm thrilled for Al. He oftentimes shies away from things like this, so I'm pleased he's being honored. It's rightly so.
Al, congratulations on the award, and we miss you and we love you.